Hi, welcome to Fiberchats. My name is Irina, and my guest today is originally from Romania and originally Catalina, but now from Netherlands and Katarina. Hi. Could you tell me the story behind that name change? How did that happen?
Oh, so my original name is Katarina, but I was playing a long time ago video games with my husband and a couple of friends. So back then I was into finding the origins of my names, other people's names, and so on. And I found out that Katarina, the original name is Katerina. So then after years, when starting this business, because since then my husband is calling me Katerina, so I said that maybe it will be nice to use it as a business name.
Right. Well, when did you learn how to crochet originally?
Oh. Back in childhood, my mom was making doilies, so with thinner yarn. So until I started this business, I had no idea that you can crochet even with thicker yarn or something. My idea of crochet was just doilies, thin things, like, I don't know. So I started back then. My mom was not teaching me. I just saw her doing it and find it like interesting what you're doing with your yarn. So I tried a couple of times, but I learned how to crochet. But it was like back then it was okay, crochet is not for you. You need to go to school, you need to learn, you need to, this is like old ladies thing, like me, that I'm getting bored or I want to do something for the house. So it wasn't she never wanted to teach me because she was thinking that it's something that I won't need in my life. So but I knew how to do it also with knitting. With knitting, I was much into it because it was with thicker yarn, and I managed to finish some things like a headband or some smaller things. So it was, I don't know how to be like 7, 8 years old after starting school or something like that. But since then, I never crochet or knitting until this whole thing started. So.
Well, when did you come back to that? At what point?
I come back to that in 2016. Well, 2016, 2017. I remember that I had my daughter moved into Netherlands, so I was staying at home and looking for something to make, to do. And back then I wasn't into crochet, and thanks God with Pinterest, because I found a lot of things that you can do. I always was into this handmade things. I used to make my own clothes when I was a teenager, but I found I don't know how it's called, to make the rugs with the small thread that you, I don't know, it's not fun.
It's like a needle, right?
Yeah. And this, I thought, oh, this is nice. This is something new. I want to make this. So I bought the mesh and the yarn and everything, and I made a rug for my daughter's room. And I had a lot of yarn left because I bought like, oh, a rug, I will need like a bunch of yarn. So then I started to look on the internet to see maybe crochet, to knit something for my daughter. And this is how everything started. I found the t-shirt yarn, the recycled cotton yarn, and making bags and everything. And everything was so new and looking so nice.
Right.
So back in 2016, I started to do it. And since 2017, I was thinking, maybe I can do something more.
Right. So like, what were the first items? Like, how did you think of turning it into a business? Like, what was your idea for a business?
I wasn't thinking that it will turn into a business. So this wasn't my thing at first. So I just started to post whatever I made on my Facebook page, because I didn't have even Instagram, or I wasn't a social media person before. So, and people were asking me, okay, how did you do it? Can I have a pattern, or where can I have a pattern? I didn't know that this stuff exists, that someone is writing down how you can make it. And then I started to research and found a lot of blogs and a lot of things, people sharing stuff. And I said, that was the thing. I said, okay, I can do this. I don't know how, but I can do this. So I remember that I talked with my husband, and we were talking about making a website, and my husband knows how to make a proper website. And he said, okay, maybe in 6 months I will have time to do it. And I said, no, I can wait. So with all the, I don't know, WordPress or whatever, I built the website, everything on my own. I didn't know anything about it. It was like crazy. And started to post what I was doing. But my patterns at first, it wasn't like, with this number of chains, this number of stitches. It was basically, I was explaining how to make it like how I was thinking, like measuring, calculating the stitches and everything. Apparently it was okay. Nobody told me that need more than that. But then I did a lot of other researches and learned how to properly write a pattern and build this up.
So at this point, how many patterns do you have released already?
I think I think on the Ravelry, I think there's the most accurate number, because there is where I posted from the beginning. I published the patterns, and I have over 100, but more than 100. But I designed also for hobby yarn long time ago, and I have more than, I don't know, I was counting at some point, and there were more than 30. So there are a few.
So at what point did you decide to start a YouTube channel?
The YouTube channel I started since the beginning. So when I decided to do everything, this thing, I wasn't thinking that you can do this apart, like for me, it was okay. I have a written pattern, but maybe people want to see how I'm doing it. And they are video learners, and I don't know. So I started everything, like the website, the YouTube channel, from the beginning. I wasn't I don't know. There are people that started maybe later than me, and they have more followers and more people, because I think I had a problem on how to promote myself, because my focus was to learn and to have content, so to have things that I post. I wasn't too much into this, like, okay, let's have one post a day, no, I didn't have this kind of strategy at all. I think I don't have a strategy, not even now. Somehow it's working now, and it's easier because I had some followers, and now it's easier if I'm skipping a day or something. It's not an issue. But I started from the beginning with everything.
So was it difficult for you to, like, since you weren't actively promoting and you didn't know much about social media at that point, was it difficult to find your customer base, like at the beginning, for the first few patterns that you published?
Yes, it was. It was difficult. I remember that what helped me a lot was the Facebook groups, because I was getting into some groups, and from there putting the link to my website, and also on my website I had the link to the YouTube channel. So somehow these groups helped me a lot to be known. Well, they were people that saying, oh, you say that you're posting a pattern for free, but the PDF is not free, and so on. These are discussions that never end. But somehow these Facebook groups, I think, helped me a lot at the beginning. Then I don't even know how everything happened. Believe me, from the first, I don't know, 50 euros or to 20 euros. I remember that I had sometimes 20 euros from this business, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. And I don't know, it just came. I didn't have the strategy. I just did what I liked and posted out there, and I wasn't even waiting to have orders or to have customers. I don't know, I wasn't thinking about that.
Well, do you think that's the best way to go? Like, do first, think later, figure out later?
For me, it works. If I will, if I'm not, for example, if I will plan everything ahead, I don't know, I need to post 3 patterns this month, or I need to do this and this and this. I cannot work this way. From the beginning, I said that this thing has to remain my passion, my hobby, besides being a job. Everybody told me, no, you need to look at like a job because this is your job, this is your thing. And somehow I couldn't look at like a job because I know that it is my income coming from here, my only income. So I'm not doing anything. But I said, no, I'm doing this because I like it. I'm not doing it because I want money or because and my idea when I started, because I started and I said, okay, I will try this while I'm staying at home with my daughter because she was a baby.
Right.
And after a couple of years, maybe I will try to find something to work and I will finish this, or maybe have it like a side hobby or something or income. But it was starting to work that well that it wasn't worth it. I said, okay, what I'm doing now, I will pay the kindergarten, which is, and my kids will be raised by other people. so so even if it wasn't that much, I said I prefer to stay home with her and do my little things, which I like, than to go and have a job and be crazy and not being there for my daughter. So I think she kept me in this mostly. And I think it's working. It's working not to think about it and let the things just happen because this is what it's all about. Maybe, yeah, maybe it's not that, maybe I could do more in times of money, maybe, but I don't care. It's enough. I'm not looking to make like, I don't know, 6 zeros business from this. I just want to be happy with what I'm doing, and this is it.
Well, are you ever stressed over like what you gonna do next, what pattern you're gonna design, how fast you can design it?
No, I was at first. At first, I was because I was thinking that as many things that I will post, the more people will see me. And I was thinking that this is the how the things needs to happen. You need to be there like all the time with new stuff, with new things, because otherwise you will. But I had so many ideas, and even now I have so many ideas. I don't have time to put them everything. I'm not stressed about ideas, what to put outside. I'm stressed about not having enough time to do what I want. And now because I have other commissions with yarn brands or something, this in that part is my stress where it's coming from because I have deadlines and everything. Because with my thing, I'm not putting any pressure on me now. So I'm just, if I have time to post. If not, maybe in a couple of weeks. I know that I will put something out there, so it's not the problem. It's just about time, and this time is just in our head. I mean, the designer head or something, because I always had the impression that I didn't post any pattern this month, and oh my god! And when I'm posting something new, all the people are telling me, "Oh my god, you're a machine! You're a machine!" And everybody, the feeling is that I'm doing things so fast,
Right.
but I don't. But you cannot, as a follower, or when you follow someone, you cannot be like maybe just you just view the post yesterday, but it's a post from 2 weeks ago or something. So
That's so
I'm
true,
trying not.
actually. I
Yeah,
find
and
it a lot. Like I find it also with YouTube that we are putting ourselves under pressure of like we have to post, but then somebody is gonna go there once a month and they see like suddenly a bunch of posts and they're like, you're doing so much, but you seem like you think it's not enough, you know?
yeah, this is the thing. I noticed this a lot of times, because usually I'm having more things in work, and then somehow I managed to finish like in short time all that things. So of course that I'm posting about it, even if I had a period on reposting all the stuff, for example. But again, when reposting all the stuff, people are seeing them like new, because maybe they didn't see my post 1 year ago or a few months ago. And I don't know, it's you don't have, I don't think you have to put pressure on you on this, because what you feel is not what people see from your side
Is it
coming.
easy for you to film yourself? Because you're doing a lot of putting yourself out there, both on Instagram and on YouTube. You filming yourself, you like showing things. Like, is it easy for you? Is it natural? Did it come naturally to you?
No. At first with YouTube, I was happy that only my hands would be seen in the videos, but I was stressed about my voice, because I don't, believe me, that I don't know if it's one video tutorial that I recorded and to listen it from beginning to the end, because I cannot I cannot listen my voice. If I need to check something, I don't know, maybe people will tell me, okay, you said that minutes, I don't know, that thing, and then maybe I'm going over and trying to fix stuff, but otherwise I cannot. And when this whole thing started with reels and everything, at first I said, no, I cannot do that. But it's easier. It's easier than a photo. Believe me or not, this is what I feel. Because in a photo, you need to, I don't know, to have that pose, smiling, whatever you want to transmit. I don't know. In reels, in this short video, I feel more like me.
Right.
In a photo, you need to have and it was hard at the beginning, but then after doing them, I realized that I like them more than to take photos.
Right.
I don't know if it makes sense, but in my head, it's happening something, and I feel more comfortable with this than with photos.
When you think of the reels, right? When you're trying to plan the next reel, how do you approach it? Because like I see sometimes I just sit there for like half an hour and watch all different kinds of reels, and a lot of people trying to make them funny or trying to get like immediate attention in the first second so the person is not gonna scroll by. Like, what's your approach to reels?
Well, at first, I cannot be funny in that, I don't know, dancing or make that funny things. I don't know. It's not me. So with reels, I'm not really thinking about it too much. At first, I posted some different types of reels. Well, I didn't post it like when I post them, because this was what happened to post them. But then I looked at them and see how they performed with my audience. And I tried to, in this kind of stuff, I was trying, because I don't want to make them like for nothing now, because even now I'm doing, even if they are not working, I'm doing, I don't, but then I realized that this kind of reels with something new that you dress on, or some transition, I don't know, these are performing the best. So I'm doing this ones, but I'm not trying to follow some trends or something. So I'm just doing my thing. Find some transition, ball of yarn, and then boom, the sweater or something simple. And then I would love to do more tutorials, like short tutorials, but they are not working for me in my case, at least. But I'm still doing them, because at some point I'm thinking maybe this idea of mine will be good to know for someone. Maybe it's something that I'm thinking that everybody knows, but maybe not.
Right.
So I'm trying to do these ones as well. But I'm not thinking planning ahead. Now I think last week I started to write down some ideas that I have with reels and then trying to put them to make them. But I didn't manage because some other ideas came while I was just I'm not thinking. I'm just oh, I could do this, or seeing a reel and like the or giving me another idea. So I'm not a planner. I'm just spontaneous. I will say with this. But
Well,
if I have
what attracted me to your reels is you making it seem like it's easy. Like you're making it seem like anybody can crochet those pieces. And they're like beautiful sweaters, basically. And you make, I don't know, somehow like the feeling that I'm getting from your reels that it's like boom, and it's a sweater, right? And
yeah,
even when you go to your YouTube, you show, and it seems like the way you show, the way you present it. And I'm not a crocheter. Like, I mean, I know basic stitches, but like I never crocheted a garment. But I'm looking at the way you explain it, and it makes me want to try it, and it makes me think that like, well, I can do that. Like, it's simple. Is that by design? Like, do you try to get that impression that everybody can crochet?
sorry, but no. When I first started to do this, and I had a lot of bad negatives as well about how I'm doing my tutorials and how I'm explaining that is too much too many words and less, I cannot see what you're doing and you're talking too much or things like this. But it's just I'm doing it in a way, maybe in a way that I would like to see, or how I think that people will understand better what I'm doing. Lately, this was my not my focus with my designs, because when I started, I was just trying to find in my head was that uh, uh, a four-square sweater can be made by anyone. So I tried to find different stitches, different, I don't know, patterns to put in there to put something more, to be more complicated, because I was thinking that no, everybody, come on, everybody can do a four-square sweater. So what is the point to put a pattern out there and to ask money for it? So no, it's not. So I was trying to do something, I don't know, and it's not working because uh, people who will know to do that or be able to follow that pattern will be able to do it by its own, I think. So, or it's something. So now my focus was to find simple things, but that they are looking like, wow, that it's easy to make, but even I don't know, an experienced crochet or something will want to do it just because it's nice, it's looking nice. So, and I'm trying to explain it like I would like to, like I see that how I could understand it. This is how I want to explain it. I don't know. It's something. I'm not looking to put there the idea that okay, this is easy. Make it, please make it, because no, I don't know how to explain that. I'm just putting myself out there with what I know, with what I did, and let people to pick the stuff from what I'm sharing. It's not having a strategy behind that or something, trying to find something out there. Just
Right.
putting myself there, and who will want to come and please.
Well, I mean, is it difficult for you to deal with the criticism and that negative feedback when you get it?
Yes, at first it was really difficult because it took me a while to realize that it's easier to put a bad thing out there than to say a good thing. So, because I had more bad things in my comments than the good things, because maybe people who were seeing something okay or that will like to make or something. We're just following the tutorial and not meant to be. I'm not a commenter liker because I wasn't into social media, so I'm not used to comment like everything that I like or something. So I don't expect that, but I think a bad thing it's easier to put out there. So I was super upset, and I was thinking that this is the impression of the majority. So I was thinking, okay, maybe it's so bad. I know that it was at first, but now I'm feeling like, okay, even now when the people are seeing older tutorial, because I didn't delete them on my YouTube channel, and they are commenting like, okay, I cannot hear you, or I cannot, and I kindly explained them, okay, this is an old tutorial. I'm trying to do my best to get them better from now on. If you need any advice or something, I'm here to help you, but this is it.
Right.
Back then, this is what I knew, so sorry about it.
Well, do you feel like, do you ever get the imposter syndrome? Like, do you ever feel like, I'm not an expert, what am I doing teaching all these people as an expert?
No, because I don't consider myself an expert, and I don't expect that. Like I said, for me, it's like my thing. It's the how I'm doing it. This is how I was thinking about the things while I'm doing it, like measuring. Somehow now I'm putting in my patterns, even if you want to, I don't know, measure yourself or something, or how to get to a certain length if you don't want waist length or something. So I'm trying to put there and to explain the things exactly how I was thinking when I was designing, not that simple number. And with that, I don't have the imposter syndrome because I'm not trying to be the expert here. I'm just sharing with you. And if you want to come back and tell me, okay, I think you could do it better then. If you're doing like this, it's like it will work better. And I'm getting that suggestion with all my heart because this is all about. I'm not trying to do like this because this is how I'm telling you to do it and you need to do it like this. No, it's more like sharing it with you, and if you can do it better than me with all your information or experience that you have, I'm even feeling more proud about it, that I could make people to do better things or beautiful things, or I don't know, just to be like an inspiration for them. So this is what I'm looking for, not to be the expert that teach you something.
How does
So
it
I'm
feel when you see other people make your patterns?
Oh, this is like following or stealing my patterns because these are two different things. Uh, when they are making my patterns and they sharing my name and said that even if they only got the inspiration, I don't know, the shape or the stitch or something, because I had some people and posts where I was tagged in with a totally different design or something, but they were saying that this was inspired by Katerina, and I'm feeling so, it's nice. It's the nicest feeling that you can have about it. And now that I can see, because at some point people weren't posting about it, or I couldn't see them, I don't know. And I was thinking, okay, if they're not posting, this means that maybe people are making them, but they don't like the results. So this is why they don't post about it. I was thinking about some point about that this might be the thing, but then I started to get emails, and somehow people are making stuff, but they don't like to get over there or having. I think they have a social media account because everybody does it these days. But somehow they don't like to put themselves out there. But they are sending me an email, for example, or a message with a photo. I have a lot of photos in my Facebook Messenger, which I don't want to put them outside because I know that if they wanted to send it to me privately, this means that they don't want to share a photo with them. And it's nice. It feels nice. It's basically what I'm keep doing it.
Well, I
Because
mean, do you ever get moments when you question like why I'm doing it? I should just get a regular job and like stop all of this, stop putting myself out there.
I was joking with my friends, and I said that maybe I have these kind of thoughts uh, once a month.
So how do you snap out of it? How do you pull yourself together and keep on
So
going?
I have so many periods when I feel like I don't like anything that I'm doing. I'm feeling that none of my ideas is a good one or good as I wanted. So at some point I said that this is not a job. How much time can I do this? This is like I'm just wasting my time. I will have hole in my CV, and it will be more difficult to find a regular job. So I want to wake up and go to the job before Corona, of course, because now
Right.
everybody's working from home. So I had this kind of stuff, but I think I learned that to wait, to wait for them to pass. And I'm trying in those moments not to do nothing if this is the thing, because I know that everything I will put in my hands, I will feel like, nah, this is it's not working. This is why I'm doing this. So I'm trying not to put pressure on anything I'm working on already. Maybe start something new if this is the feeling, but I'm trying now to, for example, because crochet design are the more things that I'm more a crocheter than a knitter. So I'm trying to knit something when this kind of things happens, because I'm not like a knitter, so I can do something not to be more relaxed for me.
Do you have like the favorite thing that you've made? Like, do you feel like you already made your masterpiece and everything else has to compete with that masterpiece? Or do you think it's ahead of you?
I don't think about the masterpiece, but I had one which is the my precious sweater. Which I wasn't thinking that this sweater will have so much success. It was an idea that I just okay, maybe I should do this, and I just started, and it was that kind of project that from the beginning to the end I didn't reveal once, so everything was like so smoothly going and without thinking. The worst part came when I had to write the pattern and create it and everything, but in my sample, everything was so going so nicely and without even thinking about it. And after, of course, after figuring out the pattern. So, and it became a masterpiece because I think it was made like, I'm not kidding, thousands of times. I didn't look lately, but it's over thousands of patterns sold on this pattern. So somehow it became, I'm not feeling it, so it's not like a personal opinion about it. I personally liked some others designs, but apparently they didn't work that well.
Well, do you have that like sweet darling design that you thought is gonna perform tremendously and people overlooked? Like, is there something that if you could like tell them, go look at that sweater, you should really make that, what would that be?
It will be the Wrap Me in Love sweater, which I made the dress version and the sweater version. That one is the one that I really, really love. And I don't know, there are many things that I like. I like also the shorts that I made last summer because it was I think it was the second pair of I had an overall also, but I'm so happy with the fit of those shorts, and I don't know, I'm crazy about them. And actually, right now I'm working on a yogurt pair, so bigger length. So that I'm crazy about things that I know that I can wear daily. This is the thing.
Right.
I was telling to one follower that if it will be the case to sell my samples, I don't have what to sell because all of them are at least, I worn them at least 4 or 5 times for the less. So I love what I'm wearing actually. And I don't know, the rub meal of the dress will be now what I'm thinking of. And also the diamonds dress, which I made also mm, in January, I think I released the pattern. I love that one too because it's so light but I don't know. I have many of things that I made. And
same, like every time I see stuff you make and I'm like, oh, I love this one, and then I see the next one and I'm like, oh my god, I love that one. So I really like all your stuff.
Yeah, I like them. I actually did not today. No, I didn't work with the last skirt, which I'm working on the pattern now, and sweater. I actually wear them in, around the house because of course I don't have. And I actually, because lately I was with this pandemic and everything, I didn't got out from the house even before because I was working from home. But still, this pressure, because my life didn't change too much
Right.
with this. And I said, okay, I will get up in the morning, I will go for my run, and then I will come back and dress properly, not staying in pajama. So I just I think I have last week I wore it 2 days. It's nice. So I like this one too. So I don't know.
So what's your dream for this year? Like what do you think about? What do you plan to do this year? Like how do you see your growth?
Well, what had happened for the I think last couple of years with these commissions that I got during the time, and I'm trying, and I think that this is my thing and what I want for me to learn to say no on some things, because it's stressful at some point, and I don't want this job to be stressful. I know that at some point it will be, because you have stuff, you need to do things, but I'm thinking that without these commissions, without having deadlines, everything will be so perfect. Somehow I'm thinking that, okay, I need these things on the other hand, because I learned a lot of things with it. All those projects pushed me to do, because I had with Katya a lot of blankets, which is something that I don't like to make. So it's not my thing. And it pushed me, to find, at first to find my limit, and then to push over with all the charts, with all that I need to learn with all these projects. So I learned a lot with them. Even they helped me a lot in the structure of a pattern, because the guidelines, what a magazine or something wants from you, and that this is how your pattern should look, or the information that you need to put there. So they helped me a lot. But I want to at least, if I'm saying yes, at least to be worth it. And I'm not saying only money, but my time somehow to be worth it, at least to learn something, or I don't know, something. But what I want from this year is to be to learn to say no. So not to be that full all the time and having stuff to do all the time, to have a bit of time.
Well, I can't wait to see what else you're going to create this year. I really love watching you on Instagram. I love your reels. They make me smile. They make me want to create, even if not that, something else. Like, I find you very inspirational, and I really glad that you agreed to be a guest of my channel today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so very much.